So I just finished the processing of my cube. I had to enter the password and then deploy, run, and do all of those things. If you have not done that, go ahead and do it. Then all the changes that we made previously should now be showing. So let's go to the browser. In my case, the fields that we created are now showing under measures. If it's not showing, no need to worry. All we need to do is refresh. So on the left hand side up here, there is a blue refresh icon. Go ahead, hit it. And if you expand your measures, you should be able to see even the newly created measures. So now if I wanted to create a product report based on, let's say, product name, and then go ahead and get the total products, and go ahead and get percent accepted, get percent rejected. So now we have these variables available, and then I can go to click to execute query. Then we can move things around to see that these are really available to us. So now it has more variables for you to play with. In the next step, we are going to create some KPIs, means key performance indicators, which can help us make our analysis more effective. To create the KPIs, first of all, I'll go to the KPI tab, and in the KPI organizer section, I'll right click on new KPI. Then we can enter information about this. So the name for KPI as suggested in the document is percent rejected. So I'm not entering any space in the name. Then the next thing we need to enter is value expression. This value expression is going to be measures.percent rejected. So since it's a measure that is available to us down here, we should be able to drag it and drop it in value expressions. So we have measures.percent rejected. Goal expression is something that we can manually enter, and this is the goal that we want for the percent reject. We want it to be 1.02 or less within double quotes. So basically we want the percent rejected to be a little bit lower, 1.02 or less. The next thing I'm supposed to do is to indicate a status indicator, but I have to select gauge and I don't see that here. So if that happens to you, what you need to do is save your work first of all, then go to tools, then all the way down to options. In general, you have a color theme. So change the color theme to blue extra contrast or dark blue, something like that. Once you do that and hit OK, it will change your theme. And just taking some time to take effect. Once you do it, and if it's still not showing, no reason to worry, just save. And we need to close the cube and open it again. So I'm going to go ahead and do the files, then close solution. Then I'll open this file again. Now that the cube is reopened, I will go to KPIs tab again, and I see percent rejected. By the way, you didn't have to do this step if you were able to see status indicator. So you needed to expand status, and if earlier you were able to see status indicator gauge, then you didn't need to change the theme or go out and come back in. I had to do that because I could not see status indicator. So now you can go ahead and select gauge. For status expression, you have been given the expression in the document, so we can simply just copy and paste. Let's go ahead and save all. So we have created a new KPI. Make sure everything is saved, and then I'll go to the cube structure and process the cube again. We've done this multiple times. So let's go ahead, and while this is loading up, I'm going to stop the video. And then yes, deploy, enter the password. So this process is successful. You're going to close it out. By the way, at this point I was getting a warning that some of the attributes, visible attributes, were not turned to false. So if you are getting some warning like that, then you can go to time. That was the one that we didn't fix. So let's expand it here, then go to date hierarchy, double click on it. Your date hierarchy will open up, or you can go to the attributes one by one, and the advanced, for each one of them it says date attribute hierarchy visible is true. We needed to change it to false. Do the same thing for month, change it to false. For quarter, change it to false. For year, attribute hierarchy visible should be changed to false. Then you can go ahead and save it. You will need to process the cube again after you have made these changes. So I'll go to the cube structure and process. Take a little bit of time. I had paused the video because you know how to process the cube. We have seen it multiple times, so now it has proceeded successfully. We'll close this and close this. Now that warning just went away. To have a look at our KPI, I'm going to click on KPI, and then right underneath calculations there is a little icon called browser view. It's next to the one which says ABC, and it's within the KPI window. So let's go ahead and click that browser view right here, and in the browser view you get to see the KPI is percent rejected. The current value is 1.05 and the goal is 1.02 or less. This indicates that we did not meet the goal here. I'm going to the browser and let's try to make some reports real quick. Let's say I want to know for each plant, and I want to know what is the number of products produced by each plant. So we can drag plant name here. Then I'll go a little bit up into measures and find the total products. So let's say I want to know the total products. I also may want to know the percent rejected. And let's go ahead and execute this query. So you can see how each plant name is coming, followed by the total projects, followed by percent rejected. Now we can add also some time dimensions to this report. Let's see, we go to the dim time and we expand the date hierarchy. I'm going to first do year. So let's just drag year and I'm putting it as the first field. Execute the query again. So let's see. So now each one of the plant has been broken down by the year, and then you can see the total number of products per year. What if I took the year out and instead I just want to put the quarter in? So put quarter in as the first field here, then execute the query again. You will see, we can see the total percent rejected and total products for each plant for each and every quarter. So we can create several reports like that, and that takes us to the end of the cube sign. You can work with different measures and dimensions here and generate any kind of reports you like. Another thing I wanted to point out is right up here you have an Excel button. It says Analyze in Excel. If you click that, you will have the ability to take this data into Excel, and it says Enable. So I'm going to enable it. And it should show you all of this data that we had in an Excel format like a pivot table. So you should be able to do a lot of things here. For example, if I want to know again the similar report with the plants, the machines, the KPIs. So you have a lot of those variables here, and you can create Excel reports. For example, I wanted to know percent rejected, and I wanted to know that for each and every plant. So we can do that too. Look at the product hierarchy, go to product type. So we can look at different types of products and how much percent rejected it is. So different types of reports, you can even take the data down in Excel from here. So that was all. Thank you.